Part 1: The Farewell. June 1941. In a remote village in Uzbekistan, the wheat fields glowed like gold, and the air was warm and still. But this peace was shattered by a terrifying word: war. Olim, a young farmer, left his young bride and elderly mother to head to the front. Before he left, his mother handed him a piece of warm bread. "Look at this bread, my son. It is our sustenance. Whenever you struggle, remember your home, your soil. This bread will bring you back." Olim wrapped the bread in a cloth and placed it against his chest, directly over his heart. He made a vow. "I will return. No matter what, I will return with my humanity intact." Part 2: The First Test. November 1941. The deep forests of Russia. The cold bites through bone. Olim and his comrades were surrounded. There was only death and frozen earth. Food was gone. Ammunition was low. Olim opened the cloth on his chest. The bread his mother gave him had dried, hard as a stone. He could have eaten it, but he kept it as a final hope. Beside him lay Alexei, a young Russian soldier not yet 18, shivering. Alexei was fading from hunger, his eyes closing. Olim took the dried bread and tried to break it, but it was too hard. Using the butt of his rifle, he crushed a piece and put it in Alexei's mouth. "Eat, my friend. This is my mother's blessing. This will keep you alive." That night, they kept each other warm in the frozen trench and survived. Part 3: The Face of Humanity. The years of war dragged on. One day, after a battle, they liberated a ruined village. In a basement, they found a starving German woman and her small child. One of Olim's comrades, burning with the fire of revenge, raised his rifle. After all, the enemy had burned their homes and killed their kin. But Olim stepped in front. He remembered his mother's teaching. An enemy is an enemy when they hold a weapon, but when they are unarmed, they are just a vulnerable human being. Olim shared his meager rations with the child. He realized then: to win a war, it is not enough to kill the enemy. The most important thing is to kill the beast within yourself and remain human. Part 4: The Return. May 1945. Olim returned to his village. He was older, scarred, but his eyes held that same quiet light. When he entered the gate, his mother was still there, by the clay oven. Olim took the cloth from his chest. Inside were only a few crumbs of the bread she had given him. "Mother, I have returned. I couldn't eat all your bread. I used it to share life," he said. His mother wept as she embraced her son. Conclusion and motivation. Olim's story is not just about war. It is a lesson that even in the darkest shadows, one must not lose their essence. 1941 taught us that the greatest strength is not hatred, but compassion and patience. You may have your own wars today, financial struggles, depression, or failures. But remember, inside you is something as strong as that mother's blessing. If you stay true to your values, you won't just pass through hardships, you will emerge victorious and, most importantly, as a better human. Your bread is your faith, your hard work, and your family. Protect it, share it, and never give up. Because after the harshest winter, spring always comes.